My dream of a pull-up pant in white denim has come true. I had to source a material from a used pair of white jeans. Another thrift flip coming your way. Hi sewing friends, I'm Karina from liftingpinsandneedles.com. Welcome to this channel that is all about sewing, limitless sewing, and today I have a refashion, upcycle, thrift flip like people call them now. I think that sounds really cool and I've really been enjoying this process. There are so many good reasons to get some clothes in your local thrift shop or online. There are online thrift shops. In Brazil, there's this huge platform that I really love. I love the experience because I can get really detailed pictures and communicate freely with the seller before purchasing. And I want to make sure I'm purchasing something very high quality, especially because it's online and I can't see it with my own little eyes like I'd see it in an in-person thrift shop, which would be amazing to go to. I just don't have any around my area. I mean, if I had some around my area, I would always be there. So many good reasons to do this. And over the years, I've looked at some content creators that have channels just about thrifting, and they show you their hauls, try-ons, and they're always mentioning this doesn't fit this way or that way. And I'm thinking, why don't you just learn to hem your pants? You know, that sort of thing. We have a special skill that can be added onto these amazing finds that can just fine tune and make these garments customized to us. We can use them just like fabric. There's so much we can do and get our basic materials from the thrift shop. It can also cost a lot less. My approach to thrifting right here in this time is finding pieces that are made with materials I can't readily find. So many fabrics I can't find in the shops. I'm quite limited in that way, although I do have a range of other types where it's just amazing. But there are some basic fabrics that I've never been able to find. And I've probably got about 3 cuts of white denim in my collection that I've bought online. And then they end up being too thin, too much spandex. It's just not what I want. It's not the quality that I wanted to make a nice pair of pants from. So they're just sitting there probably for test garments and things like that. This elusive white denim for me was just impossible to find, up to the point where a couple months ago I bought myself a pair of white jeans. You've seen me style those in a few videos. I've used them quite a bit. They're very thick material, very stretchy material, sort of fitted at the thigh, flare leg type of jean. It's not the type of pant I would be happy to wear all day. Just, you know, if you're going out for a few hours and coming back, but I wouldn't be comfortable. I prefer things that are pull up, a bit more comfortable for everyday wear. So those are great. But I wanted a nice pull-up pant. Searching high and low until I found a pair that looked like what I wanted. It was a couple sizes larger than what I need. It looked to have a straight leg, which meant I had more room around the leg to play with. So I just took the chance and bought them, got them. The fabric was amazing. The tag on the pants was still there. I ripped it out. 60% cotton, 20% rayon, 20% polyester. And those are type of blends that you don't really find when you're looking for fabric to buy. So the cotton makes it durable. It's quite heavy. It's a denim. It's a cotton twill basically in white. The rayon in there makes them have a bit of a drape and that soft feel. And I suppose the polyester content that is a 20% are just going to make them more wrinkle resistant and just longer lasting, longer wearing. So nice blend, feels amazing. And the pattern I chose to make these pants is the Allegros from Love Notions. These are tried and tested. I've been making this one since 2020. I went through the whole fitting process. I even filmed a whole series of pants fitting. One of the pants I was fitting in that process were the Allegros. And it's just such a pleasure to just grab that pattern and just remake it over and over with different variations, different fabric. And it's such a nice pant. And it's good for upcycles because it's a more slim type pant. It's not a skinny pant, but it's sort of from the hip, it tapers down and it doesn't take as much fabric as other pants do that have a wider or a straight type leg. So it's a good one for me to overlay overused pants and get the pants that I want. This pattern has already been updated size-wise, so you get a really good size range. It's a really popular pattern over at Love Notions. It's one of my favorites to just whip up and make. It's tried and tested. I could make this a billion times and they'd all look different, and I think it's a really classic style, just a little taper in the leg. It's just very classic. You could wear pants like this forever and you're not going to be in style or out of style or whatever if that's something that matters to you. Doesn't matter to me, but these, you can wear these all the time if you want. It's just very classic. The Allegro bottoms from Love Notions are the Feature Friday pattern. That means they're only $5, only today. It's a super good price for such good value in the pattern because you get shorts, pants, and a skirt. I've made multiples of all of them. I'll leave you my playlist with all my Allegro makes. If you want to, you can use my affiliate link. I get a small percentage of that sale back as commission. Won't cost you any extra, but it does help support the work that I do here on YouTube. And if you like using my coupon code for an extra 10% off every single day, this trimester it's changed to Needles 10. So always check in the description box and the pinned comment what the current code is because it is changing every 3 months. So July, August, September, Needles 10, and you'll get an extra 10% off. So let me just show you a little bit of the process, what I'm reusing from the original jeans, and how these are going to come together. I'm including a different technique for the waistband that you could use on heavier fabrics like denim that ends up being less bulky and just a nicer experience in general if you don't want to break a bunch of needles. So I really enjoyed it. Let's see. I thrifted these jeans. They were a couple of sizes larger than mine, and I did that intentionally so I would have enough space around the sides to place my pattern pieces. The next best thing for me was to find nice white jeans in great condition. There were no stains here. I can tell the person wore it maybe once or twice. It was very good. So I just undid the whole thing. Like I just took them all apart. So this is the bag here. I've aligned my Allegro pants, and I'm going to be missing about an inch of length here, but that doesn't matter. You know, these are going to be summer pants, so if they're a little shorter, sort of at ankle length, I think it's appropriate. You can see these originally were wide leg pants. Mine are not going to be wide legs. These jeans, funnily enough, did not have any pockets on the back. They just had nothing, and I do want back pockets. So around these edges here on the sides, I'm going to piece together some patch pocket to put on the back. That is the front. I'm going to also have some space there, some fabric left over, but I mainly think I'm going to be able to get it from this area of the back leg there. These jeans had slant pocket openings. The type of fabric they used for the pockets inside was not nice. I wouldn't want to reuse that, but I did take out the pocket facings. So I'm going to reuse that when I make my own pockets. Here is the waistband. These were elasticized. I just took out the elastic. It's a rectangle waistband. It'll be fine. I won't use the original waistband pieces of the Allegro pants, but this is going to be fine. It's going to be wider than what I need, and I'll just adjust it after I've made the pants. Lastly, I drafted this pattern piece that goes all across the front of you. It gives you good tummy support. So I'll be using this. I think I'm going to use cotton I might find in my stash for that. And on this area of the hip that you see there, this is where I'm going to sew in this denim that I got from the original jeans. So when I wear my pants, this is what's going to be seen, you know, through the pocket opening, but I'll have cotton all the way around the other edges. The fabric is really nice. It's non-stretch. It's not that stiff type of denim. It had the tag on there, and it's a mix of cotton, rayon, and a bit of polyester. And it just feels so nice. It feels amazing. And it's thick. I know it's not going to be see-through, and that's important. These are my pattern pieces for my extended pocket that goes all across the front. This is the video that shows you in detail how I did that because I've already filmed that on the channel. I've used a different type of fabric from my stash. This is a mix of cotton and rayon. It's fairly lightweight, but still nice and firm. And I cut it this color because what bothers me the most about white jeans sometimes is that you can see the white lining they use for the pockets. This is the original one that the pants had. It's pretty horrible. It doesn't feel that good. So I wouldn't reuse that, so I completely tore it out. And so this, that matches my skin tone. This would have the same effect as wearing this color undies under your pants, where this is hopefully not going to be seen all across the front. Have a look at white pants. You'll usually see the outline of the white pockets they put in there. It does not look good. So that's why I've chosen this fabric. I mean, it's not in my exact skin tone, but it's sort of around there. This is the one that goes sewn onto actual pants. That's the pocket opening there on both sides. And here, this one has a complete hip area. And this is where I'm going to reuse this piece of denim that came in the jeans, and that goes sewn onto there. So that's what you actually see when you wear your pants. These fabrics are lighter. They're not going to create a whole bunch of bulk. In essence, you could have done this whole piece with the same main fabric, but with denim, I wouldn't want a whole piece of denim in there. I think it would get hot and bulky. So this is why I'm doing this situation. Just because I'm using a garment to make this and not fabric from the bolt, you know, it doesn't change my sewing process. And for the slanted pocket opening, I have stabilized with little strips of interfacing that I cut myself, non-stretch. They're just fused on the edge and it's going to keep the pocket entrance really stable. The original pants didn't have this. I think it's good practice. It gives me a lot of peace of mind. This is bias cut right there, so it does have the potential of stretching and deforming as you wear them. Denim is a fabric that will stretch out, you know, it'll relax against your body. Pretty hard to film white, so I hope you can see I was able to piece my back patch pocket, and I have a seam in the center, and I top stitched it on both sides just to make it look like it was on purpose. I've done this many times. You can see my blue friction pen mark that I already know the position of, and with this one it's so easy to manage. I don't have to hand baste. I'm holding this pocket down with pins, and that is enough. There are a few fabrics where I would just be happy to top stitch like this, and denim is one of them. I would usually hand baste it. Even with structured fabrics like linen, I think it does wiggle around a little bit. I would have still hand basted that on to make sure it doesn't move. But for this structured white denim, it's perfect. Just a few pins does the job, and I'm just sewing these on the back. These are rectangle patch pockets, very easy, and I'm just doing 2 rows, one with a 1/4 inch presser foot like you can see here. And then I'm going to repeat the same thing. I haven't filmed it here, but I'm using my blind hem presser foot with a needle to the left to edge stitch, so I get 2 parallel rows. Here is a piece of white denim I took out of the jeans. That was already serged. All the rest is raw, and you can see I've placed it on top of my pocket piece. So the piece is fully extended. The denim is just covering the area where the hip is going to be and where the pocket opening is going to be. So this is super easy. You just sew it all the way around and fix it in place. Here you can see my front piece that already has the pocket facing. I have already sewn the pocket lining to the front piece on both sides and flipped it the other way, under stitched. And I am going to top stitch this in place just to give it a little more structure, just because it's denim. Maybe for other fabrics I would just leave it and the understitching would be enough. The interfacing that I placed earlier makes sure this is a really stable area and it's not going to deform over time. It's going to keep its shape nicely, and I like that. Okay, normally I would have placed that piece that has the white denim on the hips just on top, but I want to sew this curved edge with French seams, so this is how I've placed it. So I'm going to sew it like that first at a very tiny seam allowance, and then I'm going to do the second step of the French seams. This just means that the bottom of my pockets are going to be super neat with the French seams, and I don't have to go and use a serger, or with the goal of being really comfortable and having a soft seam finish, not having a contrasting color thread in there that you might see through the pants. I'm just always worried about anything showing through white pants. So I'm sewing these 2 layers together here like you do with French seams. This would be wrong sides together in a way, and this will go all the way along the bottom, uniting these different types of pockets. Here on the table it's extended just like you saw me do it. I did that little seam, and now I can flip my actual pocket on top, and this will make more sense now. Now I just have to fix those edges in there, pin them, and sew the actual seam. That will be the second step of the French seams, to have a really clean finish in there. And then baste the edges of the pockets, baste the top on the waist, and then this front can act as one piece. So that first step of the French seams, I did it smaller than a 1/4 inch so I wouldn't have to trim anything away. This second step, I'm doing it with a 1/4 inch with the help of my presser foot, and that's going to finish my French seams for these pockets. You know, in essence I could have just done a straight stitch and then serged the edge, and that would have been okay, but just because it's white and I didn't want to change my serger thread, I don't have any serger thread to match this exact color that I'm using for the pockets, so I thought the French seams was going to be good. Plus the fabric is lightweight, so it ticks all the boxes for it. Here at the iron, you can really see how they look. I think they look super neat. This type of color pockets inside is not going to be seen from the outside, and that was the whole goal. I don't want to see pocket outlines in white. That just really bugs me when I see pants like that. And that French seam edge at the bottom is going to feel really nice on the skin. It's going to be durable and just look pretty. Now I'm going to show you this waistband technique. It's really easy. I've extended my waistband piece. This was already deconstructed from the previous jeans, so you can see the crease marks there, and I have the right sides together. You can see the pockets there. This is the way that this method is going to work. So just align them on the top, make sure it's 1 to 1 and that your waistline and your waistband is exactly the same circumference. After sewing this waistband on the round, I serge the raw edge, the one that's not sewn onto the pants, just to clean it up. And this is the edge that's going to be on the inside of the pants. That's why it needs to be finished. And I think doing it with a serger is the most bulk-free way that this can work, and it'll look neat inside. So after serging that other edge, I head to the iron and press my seam allowance up towards the waistband. I'm going to use the same crease the original waistband had, but if this was just a regular waistband, then I would do my own crease. And I'm just pressing it towards the inside, and I'm going to do this all the way around. The way I'm going to fix the waistband in place is to stitch in the ditch right into that seam, and it's going to be super easy. It's going to catch the waistband area that's on the back because it's slightly longer, and that's how the waistband is going to be fixed in place. And it's super bulk free. You end up only sewing 2 layers together to attach the waistband instead of several more layers that you use with other methods. And I don't need pins for this. This does not move. It's quite stiff. With other fabrics, I would be top stitching this down to make sure that when I stitch in the ditch, I'm catching the side of the waistband that's on the back. Because it's loose, in this case, I don't need to worry. It's all good. It's all firmly pressed, and denim is amazing like that. I don't use a stitch in the ditch foot for this. I just use my regular presser foot, and I just go slowly sewing right into that seam. And I'm going to do this on the round and leave myself a little gap. Through that gap, I'm going to thread my elastic, close it through, and then close the gap. Of course, after doing that elastic and threading it through, I am going to go ahead and top stitch the elastic down. And I'm going to do it sort of in around the same place where I have the marks from the previous stitching from these pants. Okay, so there you can see the waistband that was stitched in the ditch, as you saw. Very easy technique. I used the same stitching that I had with the original elastic. I went straight in there to top stitch that down. I did change the elastic inside. I wanted that to be brand new. And I did a little seam on the pockets right there. I got these from the edges of the legs. These original jeans didn't have anything on the back, and I just can't fathom not having pockets on jeans. These aren't jeans, but you get the gist. Double row of top stitching there was really fun to do. Knowing exactly where to place these, because I've already made the pattern so many times, makes it so much nicer. You just pop them on, you know they're in the right place. I have my slanted pocket openings there, top stitched it once. I used a little piece of denim that was in the original jeans and just added my other fabric in there, that's skin color, for the lining and the extended piece that I created. This is so nice to wear. It feels amazing on. Have a look at the video I made about the Allegros last year, where I show you exactly how to create that pocket hack, because I'm not going to ever make these pants without the pocket hack. I love it so much. So yeah, that content is already on the channel. For the hem, these are going to be slightly shorter than what I usually wear. I mean, they're not short, they're not cropped, but I would have loved an extra inch. I just didn't get the length that I needed with these jeans. I pondered about leaving the hem raw. I know a lot of people wear jeans like that. Even if I tried, it's just not my style and I'd feel really weird. So I just hemmed them up by 3/8 of an inch, serged the edge and folded it up. That is the minimum type of hem allowance I'd be happy to use with a pant like this. And inside, they're just so neat. I mean, this waistband technique, I would use 100% on heavier fabrics like this. It's just easy. So you saw how I did that, and I wouldn't have used the typical technique I always use for this. Using the same waistband was really helpful. Inside you get a clean edge with a serger, and that has been caught when I stitched in the ditch on the other side. When you stitch in the ditch and you're catching the waistband on the other side, you're essentially just sewing 2 layers of fabric there to hold this waistband in place, instead of sewing 4 layers or 3 layers like other methods use. Highly recommend this technique. And this is how the pockets look on the inside, skin color. I just really despise seeing the pocket linings on white pants. You can see the white fabric behind there. It's similar to wearing a white bra under a white top. It just doesn't work. You have to wear something that matches your skin tone. So that's what I decided to do with my pockets, and it works. Love them so much. Let's see them styled a billion ways. Yeah, that's always fun. Even this one goes with it. And I'll be doing some summer and some winter outfits. I don't think you should not wear white pants when it's a little cold. I think you'd still do it. These are my brand new Allegro pants in white denim. I used the denim from another pair of pants. I totally deconstructed and made them again. I love them. They pull up, they have slanted pocket openings, and I have a hack where the pocket goes all across the front. Super comfy elasticized waistband. I have the patch pockets I got from part of the legs of the original pants. And I love the feet here. It's just so comfortable. They're not tight, they're not loose. They have just the right amount of ease for you to be comfortable and wear a type of pant like this that is made in non-stretch woven. This white denim, has 0% spandex, so it does not stretch at all. And I love how it looks here with my Serenity sweater, some skin color loafers and a matching bag. It's just a really nice outfit. If you've made a pattern with fabric that's not denim, it might feel like you have more space, like it's a little looser, even though it's the same exact size and the same pattern pieces. A heavier fabric like denim might feel a little more fitted. That's just because the fabric is thicker. You end up with a tiny bit less space inside the piece. As you live your life and wear your garment during the day, the fabric relaxes and starts stretching out a little, and by the end of the day they're not going to feel as fitted as they were when you just put them on or when you took them out of a wash. That is the sensation I have with these. I just have to wear them in, you know. They turned out a little shorter than what I'd usually wear pants. Maybe I'd want mine about an inch longer, but it's okay. I can show off my shoes, and here you can see it's styled with one of my Aria shirts, a black cami, and some gorgeous heels. This is my more dressed up look, although I'm not that dressed up because I'm still wearing white jeans. They're not jeans, you know, they're pull-up pants, but they're made out of denim. I think using fabric that matches the skin tone for the pocket worked a treat. You can't see them, they're just nowhere to be seen, and that makes me super happy. Just the fact that they're made out of white denim make them beat white jeans for me, and they're so much more comfortable than actual jeans. And I love the look here with the black and white, can't go wrong. Here's another casual look with my Chasing Butterflies top from Pattern Emporium, zebra print. I've shown you this the other day. This top can go with anything, and these pants are perfect. I've got comfy sandals and a silver leather bag, and the length of the top is perfect for this type of pant. The fit of these Allegros is just so good. I mean, I can just whip this pattern out and make it and be confident because I've already gone through the fitting process, and I'm quite happy with the fit here. For these style of pants, they're not supposed to be super tight and cup your bottom. You're supposed to have a bit of ease. I'm very happy with the fit. And then my Aria shirt I made in a seersucker. It's the same situation. I couldn't find seersucker to buy anywhere, so I deconstructed a seersucker shirt and made the Aria. So I'm fully thrifted right here, the Aria shirt and the Allegro bottoms. And you'd never know. I mean, these garments were in such good condition. The garments look brand new when I remade them, and they fit me perfect. I have a navy cami there, and I love this little seersucker top. I love the look, super comfortable, casual, but still I feel like I made an effort and I look a little bit put together. Love the gold loafers there at the bottom, just add something extra to the outfit. And who said that you can't wear white pants in the middle of winter? I am in the middle of winter, and I've put together an outfit that I would actually wear when it gets cold and I can wear it out. And I've just got my leg and coat from Itch to Stitch. I've got some beige booties there underneath my pants. The length of the pants is perfect to show them off, and just all white underneath. And I've added a little bit of something extra with a beautiful silk scarf that is in beige tones. Got a gold leather bag to go with the copper type metal situation of the coat. And I know this outfit is a little bit out there, but it's totally my style, and I've been dreaming of putting together a look like that. This is just a dreamed wintry white outfit for me. I absolutely love it, and I love my new Allegro pants. Could have styled this in a billion other ways, but this is just what I came up with for now. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I encourage you to hit your thrift shop. You know, I'm mainly thrifting shirts and doing top type of refashions, but know that you can also use pants. I've actually got a pair of men's linen trousers, like tailored trousers that had pleats and all of that. I've got that all ready and deconstructed. I'm going to reuse the welt pockets that are on the back. I'll show you those in a video in a while, but those are in the works. Look out for good quality fabrics. Look out for fabrics you can't really find in your fabric shops. Otherwise, I would have made these from a white denim if I'd found the right type, that had the right weight, that wasn't transparent, that was soft. I wanted some that didn't have spandex. So yeah, had to find, but I still have my dream white pants. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you back on the channel in a few hours. And you're gonna see these styled again with the pattern I'm gonna show you next. So make sure you're subscribed, tap on the bell so you never miss the fun sewing content over here at Lifting Pins and Needles.